You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Right, welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. As you can see, I'm currently sitting in the press box just above the tunnel at Stamford Bridge, the place where Liverpool kick off their Premier League campaign next Sunday at 4:30. I'm here for the game for Ukraine. I thought might as well do a little match preview whilst I'm here as well, so make sure you smash that like button. Go and watch the John Arne Risa interview that we've done as well. He reveals a few bits and bobs about how excited he is for the season ahead. But right now, we are currently sitting in the place that Liverpool will kick off their Premier League campaign next year. Tough start. Listen, I've been speaking to a few people today, including Risa, and he said you couldn't have really asked for a tougher start in terms of Chelsea away. It's always a tough game. There's been 5 or 6 draws in a row between Liverpool and Chelsea so far in the last 3 years or so. Obviously, we had those 2 cup finals with them last year. And I can't really tell you what kind of Chelsea we're going to expect on Sunday. I don't think they can either. And I'm actually feeling pretty similar towards Liverpool. Of course, new signings are needed. By the way, I shouldn't really be wearing that when I'm doing a Liverpool-Chelsea preview, so I'll turn it around. But as we know, still signings to be made for Liverpool. Still need a midfielder, still need a defender, and Chelsea have just got so many new players that we almost don't know what to expect from them either. And I feel like if you ask their fans, they would tell you that they probably don't know who's going to start the game. I think Nkunku is now injured. They've been fairly impressive in pre-season. Poch has, I guess, really got the band back together in terms of getting that camaraderie, in terms of getting that fighting spirit that you need, that unity to go on and do big things in the Premier League this season. It's a game of the unknown, both for Chelsea and Liverpool. I mean, again, there's been so many draws between these two teams that you can't really call them. Obviously, I'm expecting and hoping Liverpool to win, but even as I sit here right now, a week away from the game, I'm not totally confident that we can. I want to see goals, I want to see impressive performances all around, and the main question that remains at the minute is who is going to play in that number 6 position for Liverpool. Do we go out and buy Lavia this week? He did not play for Southampton as they won in the Championship yesterday away at Sheffield Wednesday, which was interesting. He wasn't even in the squad. He was in the squad but didn't come on, unused sub. Now, does that mean that Liverpool go in for him? I'm not too sure, but if we're looking at Chelsea, we know this place can be rocking, but if anything, it's actually a good time to play them. The fans have no idea what to expect in terms of new manager coming in terms of new players settling in. Do they even know what their best 11 is at this point? And all these questions combined actually make it a good time to play that team because there's so much confusion. They don't really know what's going on, who's going to be playing. But it's always a tough game here. It's always a tough game here. So listen, I'm not expecting us to come and romp it as we did a few years ago when Mane scored a couple here. I think that was the last time we won. As the stewards are leaving here, a little bit of noise. But if the conditions are anything like this for next Sunday, I'm hearing that they've just relayed the turf here. So if the conditions are like this, it's perfect for football. Bit of zip on the pitch. It's Sunday at 4:30, so we expect there to be some. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Stewards having a little bit of a shout. Maybe because I'm outstaying my welcome. I've got this big red mic in a blue stadium. But let's get into the score prediction. This is a tough one, people. It's a tough one to predict. It really is. Let me know in the comments what you think, of course. Give me your score predictions, also your team lineups, which I'll get onto in a second. But in terms of a score prediction, this is tough, people. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. Right, as we know, so many goals conceded in pre-season to teams, of all due respect to them, that we should not be conceding that many against. So defensively, will Liverpool be on top of their game? We haven't been in pre-season so far, but of course you'd expect a couple of changes. So let's get into the lineup prediction. It will be Alisson in goal, as we know. It will be Trent at right back. I don't think Conor Bradley maybe starts a game in the Premier League for Liverpool until we've seen how this new system with Trent works. It worked fantastically in the last 10 games of last season, but can it work in the first game of the season against Chelsea away? So I think he stays at right back. Konate would come in for Matip. I think Matip has again maybe shown a couple of frailties in pre-season, especially in the Bayern Munich game. Tuchel, having played against Liverpool a lot under his Chelsea days, he he really targeted that channel in between Matip and Trent. So hopefully that's not going to happen. Konate's obviously got the pace on Matip. So I'm going to stick Konate in with Van Dijk, the new captain of Liverpool. He will be leading the Reds out here next Sunday. And then Robertson, listen, just speaking to John Arne Riise there, he was talking about Andy Robertson. He said he loves him. He absolutely loves him, as we all do, but he wants more goals. Now, assists, you can't fault him. The way he gets his crosses in, the early crosses, the late crosses, the pullbacks. There's not many left-backs in the Premier League that can do that better than Andy Robertson. But at the same time, sometimes it drops to him and you're thinking, go on, hit it on the half volley. And 9 out of 10 times it misses the target. Now with John Arne Riise, that never happened. I think he scored 32 goals for Liverpool. But I'd love to say, listen, Robertson, there's no doubt that he's our number one left back. Obviously Tsimikas is there to breathe down his neck a bit and put some pressure on. But in terms of our number one left back, it's Andy Robertson, there's no doubt about that. In the midfield, now this is the conundrum, people. This is the conundrum. Do you chuck in a Stefan Bajcetic? Do you chuck in a Thiago, who played unreal here on his debut for Liverpool 2 or 3 years ago? Do you chuck in someone else in that midfield? From what we've seen so far, and assuming that Liverpool, listen, they could buy someone in the week, but they wouldn't be ready in time for the Chelsea game. But let's just assume from what we've seen, it will be Curtis Jones as the 6 again. How confident are you about that? How confident were you after his performances against Bayern Munich and in that position, and against Leicester, where it worked really well, 4-0 win? But Leicester are a championship team, Bayern Munich are a top European side. There's a big difference. So I guess, I'm not saying this is my preferred choice. If I am starting Curtis Jones, it's not as a number 6, but at the same time, I think he's going to go there. I think he plays there. So I'm going to pair him up with McAllister and Szoboszlai, which I think should be, going forward, Liverpool's 2 LCMs and RCMs throughout the season. And then this is where it also gets a bit tricky. Salah's a shoo-in. Mo Salah, can he score for 7 consecutive seasons in a row? That would become a new record if he does that here next Sunday. So he's in. Now the big conundrum is Luis Diaz or Jota on the left, or Gakpo or Nunes down the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if either of them played in any position. Right, I'll nail one down. I'll go Luis Diaz, even though Jota has scored 3 in pre-season as well. And then I'll go Gakpo up front. I think that's what Klopp's going to do. Gakpo up front, and then again, you've got Jota, you've got Nunes, all to come off the bench, and a few of the other midfielders as well. So I'm going for 2-1 Liverpool. That's my team as well. Again, let me know in the comments what you think this game is going to produce. Look at it. Unbelievable access that we've got. We're above the tunnel where Jurgen Klopp and the boys will walk out. Jurgen Klopp will be sitting in that seat just right down there in the away end. And I cannot wait for it. The season is back. Show some love in the comments. How excited are you for this game? And of course, throughout the week, we'll have all the build-up for you on the Kop TV. But until then, from Stamford Bridge, the place where Liverpool kick their season off next week, I've been AGT. Take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.